This is Twit.
A new hacker group with ties to China's army has been implicated in stealing American, European, and Japanese secrets. According to security company CrowdStrike, the Shanghai-based unit has specialized in hacking satellite, aerospace, and communications companies. The group is codenamed, ready for this, Panda. Joseph Min is a reporter for Reuters and joins us to explain all of this. Welcome, Joseph.
Thanks for having me.
Panda, really? Why is this group called Panda?
All right, so first of all, they don't call themselves Panda. This is what CrowdStrike has dubbed them. And CrowdStrike's formula is to name everything in a given country within one family. So everything from China they track is something Panda. And they picked Panda because there was some email targeting around golf playing. So that's hence Panda. Everything from Russia, by the way, is a bear.
Joe Panettiere here, Joseph. Thanks for coming on. So your report also mentioned that the group went after military contractors. Now, is this par for the course? And how do they find these quote-unquote contractors?
Well, they're looking for trade secrets and some national strategic secrets. Most satellites are put up by contractors for the Defense Department, and they have nifty know-how, and that's valuable to folks in China. So this one was, they don't break it down what's commercial and what's military in secrets. Generally, the top priority for Chinese hackers, like hackers in other countries, are national security secrets, and then commercial secrets comes after that, and then sort of like the bottom rung is pure financial crime, credit card hacking, something like that.
Now, Joseph Min, you wrote that the group used applications like Adobe Reader and Microsoft Office to deploy custom malware. How does this work exactly?
Well, it starts like most hacking attacks. They do the easiest thing, and the easiest thing is targeted email. It works really well. We're seeing more from social networks as well, but that's the way in. You can get people to click on links. It doesn't seem to matter how much training they've had. If it seems to come from somebody they know, that enough people will open it, particularly if they've tailored it to a specific individual, which is what they were doing here. That's where actually most of the effort seems to be going into the social engineering part. They put the effort into getting somebody to click. And then these are not 0 days. They're launching known but unpatched. They're exploiting known but unpatched flaws in Adobe and Office, which again is completely normal. And then they get in, and there's a remote control Trojan, so they're allowed to do everything on the computer as if the person actually owning the computer was driving the train. They're just not driving the train anymore.
Got it. Okay. So now CrowdStrike's report was previously sent to clients and U.S. intelligence agencies. Do you have any clues as to when that happened?
A few weeks ago. They've been doing the initial report to clients, I believe, was in April. And then after that, they were briefing the intelligence agencies. They told me that they didn't want to trip up any active investigations. And apparently they didn't get any signals that they should withhold. And the way that the more aggressive posture of the U.S. government seems to be these days to let it all hang out, to name and shame, and to use that hopefully for leverage in negotiating with the Chinese government. So far, no great success there. In fact, things are going backwards pretty fast. China heaped scorn on this report today in Beijing, as they did with a similar, with the most recent event before this, which was the indictment of a different PLA-tied hacking group last month.
And that group was discovered by Mandiant some time ago, and that was group unit 61398, whereas this group is 61486.
61486.
That's right, yeah. Which is the 12th Bureau of the PLA's 3rd General Staff Department. This is a confusing point to me. Are these actually uniformed military hackers? Are they freelancers? Are they sort of pencil-pushing type hackers that happen to be associated with the Chinese military? How does that work exactly? Who are these people?
That's a really good question. In general, there's a mix. There are folks that wear uniforms, and then they're sort of, some of them go home and do some freelancing on their own, speaking generally not about this group. These guys appear to be uniformed soldiers. In fact, what's unusual about this report is that it has the name of one alleged participant, his real name, and pictures that he posted on his own blog, social networking sites. It's unusual for that sort of detail to get out of the U.S. intelligence and into the mainstream, but they got that here apparently because he used his the same email to register some of the key websites used in the attacks as he did in some of his social networking profiles. So anyway, so this guy was in one of those pictures. You could see military hats in the background. One of the wags at CrowdStrike has said this is the first example of the new science of attribution, where they deduce a person's role in the government based on his headgear.
So what you're implying is that these super hackers aren't really all that bright, actually. Now, Joseph Menn, before I let you go, I understand that you've written what sounds like a really interesting book. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. It's called Fatal System Error: The Hunt for the New Crime Lords Who Bring Down the Internet. And it reads like a trashy airport thriller, but it's all true. And it's an expose of Russian and Chinese organized criminal groups.
Sounds great. Well,
and there it is there.
Oh, great. Well, thank you, Joseph Menn, for coming on. Really appreciate it. Where can people find your work?
Let's see, I tweet at Joseph Menn. I have a fairly public LinkedIn presence where I'm also Joseph Menn, and I guess the website is fserror.com.
And also Reuters.com. Thanks again for joining us on Tech News Today.
Thanks for having me.